Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Feels like your whole world is on fire. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Feels like your whole world is on fire. Yeah, you ever wake up with a feeling that you can't quite name? Like you're playing in a stadium where they went and rigged the game. You look around the room and everything seems fine and neat, but you can smell the rot beneath the concrete on the street. It's that low-level hum, that electric kind of itch, like a skip inside the record or a digitalized glitch. You go to work, you do your job, you try to play along, but the prime frequency is telling you that everything is wrong. There's a shadow in the corner, there's a flicker in the light, there's a nosy neighbor voice that's trying to keep you up at night. They want you distracted by the screens and by the noise, treating grown men and women like they're nothing more than toys. But you're starting to go quiet, you're starting to be still. You realize that static is a choice and not a skill. You're tuning out the sirens and you're tuning out the crowd, and suddenly the truth is getting dangerously loud. There's a heavy gray stone in a hollowed out room, hidden by a sheet like a whitewashed tomb. They can wrap it in a smile, they can claim it's for your good, but the chains are on the floor where the fake justice stood. Yeah, the sledgehammer swinging for the stone and the rust. Watch the empire of static turn into a cloud of dust. The truth is the fire that can never be sold, and the inspection is finished, the story's been told. So you take a look at who's been telling you it's fair. The ones who hide behind the desks with that cold and empty stare. They use a language meant to tangle, meant to trip you in your tracks. They dress up all their mercy while they're stabbing in your backs. It's the Whitewashed Tomb philosophy, the policy of fakes, where they offer you a ladder that's made out of rattlesnakes. They build a whole foundation out of unyielding heavy stone, and they tell you that you're crazy and you're standing all alone. They drape a clean white sheet across the damage and the dead, hoping you're too tired or too nervous to forget. But the sheet is getting thin and the truth is bleeding through, and you're starting to see clearly what they're trying to do to you. You want a victim of the system, you want a case upon a file. You're the one who's been observing all the garbage in the pile. You're the lead inspector now, and you're walking through the dark, mapping out the sheol, and you're hitting every mark. There's a heavy gray stone in a hollowed out room, hidden by a sheet like a whitewashed tomb. They can wrap it in a smile, they can claim it's for your good, but the chains are on the floor where the fake justice stood. Yeah, the sledgehammer swinging for the stone and the rust. Watch the empire of static turn into a cloud of dust. The truth is the fire that can never be sold, and the inspection is finished, the story's been told. Have you ever seen the way they act when you finally say no? When you stop the frantic hustle and you let the ego go. They play the confused narrative, they act all shocked and hurt, like they weren't the ones who dragged your reputation through the dirt. They want you to get loud, they want you to lose your mind, because a man who's out of focus is a man they keep behind. But you got the blueprints now, you've got the paper trail. You're the ship that's moving steady while they're losing every sail. You don't need to shout the truth, you just drop it like a weight. You watch them realize the ship bells are tolling just too late. You point to every lie, every glitch and every ghost. You're the most dangerous person when you're the one who knows the most. You saw the basement first, you saw the chains and the design. You isn't waiting for a rule, and you're the one who drew the line. You're charting every failure, every battery and breach, taking back the territory that they thought was out of reach. There's a heavy gray stone in a hollowed out room, hidden by a sheet like a whitewashed tomb. They can wrap it in a smile, they can claim it's for your good, but the chains are on the floor where the fake justice stood. Yeah, the sledgehammer swinging for the stone and the rust. Watch the empire of static turn into a cloud of dust. The truth is the fire that can never be sold, and the inspection is finished, the story's been told. This is for the tired souls, for the ones who've been ignored, for the people who've been bleeding while the experts scored. The static wants you paralyzed, it wants you in a daze, it wants you lost inside the labyrinth of administrative haze. But the prime frequency is ringing, can you feel it in your bones? It's the sound of shifting water, it's the sound of moving stones. You don't need their official stamp to know.